Good evening and welcome to the special edition of Blueprint Explosive Exclusive that we are bringing to you from the New Delhi airport, the Indira Gandhi International Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll be forgiven for thinking that this is a railway station I'm at. Just look at the kind of crowds around you. The kind of scenes you'll normally see at a railway station is where the National Capital's airport is at the moment. We're going to be speaking to passengers. We're going to give you a sense of what exactly is going on to the mind of the people who are gathered over here and who's responsible for this shocking lapse as far as civil aviation is concerned. It is the year 2025. We're not living in the 60s or 70s of babudam and bureaucratic red tape. Unfortunately, for our governments, for our regulators, and even for our greedy corporates, this is unfortunately the state of affairs. They don't give a damn about the passengers and what they go through. This is the reality that Indians have to go through year after year. When we see multiple airlines shut down, where our regulators are blissfully unaware of what the aviation companies are doing. Why this is the case? Well, we can question our governments and authorities, but we'll try to find some answers through the course of the show today. Let me first bring you this breaking update coming in on the show, and this is the latest information coming in. Now, top government sources are saying that the dispensations given to Indigo are only temporary to ease the passenger pain that we've seen over the last few days. They are saying that this is something they're going to review every 15 days. They're going to ensure that this spillover does not happen as far as the winter rush of the festival season is concerned, and this is what they're trying to give as the major reason as far as this particular direction is concerned. Let me quickly take this across to Isha. Isha, the explanation that Indigo has now given to the government authorities, to the DGCA, is that they miscalculated the number of pilots that would be required under the new FDTL regime. How is it possible that India's biggest airline can get away with such an argument that they did not know how many pilots it would take? Do they take the government or even the public to be so foolish to accept such an answer?
Right, Madhav. Definitely, Indigo has a lot of answers to give, and the explanation that they've given out is that they did not know that it would get to this position. They did not realize that it would get so bad. They did not realize that it would be the rush conditions would be this way. Currently, we're at the airport. We're at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. You can, as you were rightly pointing out, this is as bad as a railway station. This is as crowded. We are speaking to passengers. They are distressed. They have been stranded here for hours. And Indigo has been telling us in their official apology note that they have arranged for necessary things for passengers who are stranded here, but the reality on ground is starkly different. Passengers told us that they have not been offered even water. So the explanations have come in, but is it too little too late? Let's open this up, have a conversation. Ma'am, आप कब से यहाँ बैठी हैं?
हम सुबह 11 बजे से इधर बैठे हैं।
अच्छा, दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट या इंडिगो की तरफ से कोई भी आपसे बात करने आया?
Isha, stay with us. We're going to bring across some of those case studies as well. Please stay with us, Isha. Let me quickly take this across, in fact, and tell our viewers what we're talking about. For passengers, it's been a harrowing experience. Some of those passengers that we've been speaking to across airports, whether it's Delhi, Bombay, Bengaluru, Chennai, Pune, they've had extremely harrowing experiences. We want to just show you, or give you a glimpse of the kind of shocking cases that have come to light, because this has completely thrown people's lives out of gear across the country. It's not just about a bunch of planes not flying. These are real people whose lives it's affected in the real world. Listen into these reactions.
बिफोर कमिंग मैंने कल रात को भी कंफर्म किया था उनसे कि ठीक इंडिगो का फ्लाइट ठीक है कि नहीं। वो बोले हाँ आपका फ्लाइट ऑन टाइम है, आप आ जाइए। 8 बजे के आने के बाद यहाँ पर जब आ रहे थे तो बोले वेट कीजिए, कोई न्यूज़ नहीं अभी। फिर जब 2-3 घंटे के बाद फिर यहाँ पर गए तो वो बोले आपका सब फ्लाइट कैंसल्ड है। कैटरेक्ट सर्जरी हुआ है। डॉक्टर ने स्ट्रिक्टली बोला कि गैदरिंग में ना जाने को, 15 डेज इसको होम पे रखने को। यहाँ पर सुबह 8 से वो बिना खाए पिए बैठे।
मेरे डैड की अस्थियां है मेरे साथ, और मुझे यहाँ बेंगलोर से सबसे पहले दिल्ली जाना है। दिल्ली से फ्लाइट लेना है देहरादून से हम लोग हरिद्वार जाएंगे, विसर्जन करना है कल, बट इन्होंने सडनली फ्लाइट कैंसिल कर दिया। हमारे पास प्रायर नोटिफिकेशन कुछ भी नहीं भेजा इन लोगों ने, एंड अभी हमें ये फोर्स कर रहे हैं कि अगर आप, हमारे पास कोई फ्लाइट्स नहीं है आज के लिए, अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप दूसरी एयर इंडिया या कुछ और कीजिए। उनका फ्लाइट टिकट्स आज पर पर्सन 60,000 है, विच आई कैन नॉट अफोर्ड।
हम तो 5:30 से आए हैं, कुछ खाया पिया नहीं। हमारे तो वही था कि जाके बारात में जाना है हमको, मेरी खुद की शादी है। कल की दोपहर की फ्लाइट है, वो भी अभी तक चली नहीं है, तो फिर चेक इन क्यों ले रहे हैं बैगेज का? वही हमारा था कि अगर पहले से बता दो कि नहीं होने वाली तो हम दूसरा कोई ऑल्टरनेटिव सोचे। अभी नहीं हमारे पास ट्रेन है, नहीं कोई फ्लाइट अवेलेबल है।
तकलीफ तो बहुत है। देखो हमको अभी मिला है 8 दिन छुट्टी, तो 8 दिन छुट्टी में क्या करेंगे? जाने के लिए हमको लगा 3 दिन। मतलब इंडिगो का मतलब इतना तो सही नहीं है फ्लाइट करना, अभी तो हमको लग रहा है। फौजी आदमियों के लिए मतलब नुकसान ही है इंडिगो का फ्लाइट करना। मेरे भाइयों से ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि इंडिगो का फ्लाइट मत करो आप लोग।
सर वहाँ पे किसी से बात करना चाह रहा हूँ ना, मतलब कोई रिजल्ट चाह रहा हूँ, उसमें बताइए तो सही क्या बात है। मतलब वो लोग ये बोल रहे हैं सीएम की फ्लाइट मतलब बोले 1 घंटा लेट हुई, फिर बोले 2 घंटा लेट हुई है, फिर बोले कैंसिल हो गई है। तो मेरा मतलब ये लेट हो रही है, कोई बात नहीं, कम से कम फ्लाइट दूसरी अरेंज कीजिए बस।
Let's take this across to some of our reporters joining us. We have Rucha from Pune and Nilesh from Mumbai. Rucha, very quickly, speak to some of the passengers. Take us through the kind of pain they've endured, the suffering they've endured because of these unforeseen, unscheduled delays.
Well, definitely there are people, the passengers who have been staying here at the airport for 2 days, and the long queues are not ending anywhere. There's only one person, one representative from the Indigo airline who is handling all the passengers. We'll try and speak with some passengers. Where are you heading, and what's the update about your flight?
I'm heading to Dehradun, and my flight's been cancelled for the second time consecutively. So, I don't think there's anything planned now. The only option is to get a refund.
Many passengers are also complaining that they also lost their luggages because once they check in, it is said that they are not gonna get back their luggage. They can't leave. Ma'am, where are you planning to go, and what's the update on your flight?
No update as of now. I'm traveling to Kolkata.
The passengers are still not aware whether the flights are going to be rescheduled or it is cancelled. In fact, because of Indigo, there are other airlines like Air India Express as well as SpiceJet, which are also affected.
Just stay with us. I want to get in a quick word from Nilesh as well. Nilesh, what's happening at the Mumbai airport? We've seen some pretty, angry customers, angry passengers who are even taking it out on the airline staff, and they are not able to tolerate this anymore because it's been several days for some passengers who they've actually had to spend, entire nights and days at airports. What's happening there at Mumbai? Very quickly speak to some passengers, Nilesh.
Well, it's absolutely, Madhav. We are reporting from one of the busiest airport, that is Mumbai Airport, and since early morning, as early as 7 a.m., we are here, and we can witness 3 C's, that is confusion, chaos, and confrontation among the passengers and the airline authorities. And since then, it is only intensifying. We'll speak to a few of the passengers who are standing in long queues since nearly 3 days now.
दादा, आप बताएं, आपको कितनी परेशानी का सामना करना पड़ा? कहाँ जा रहे थे? कितने घंटे से लाइन में थे?
भैया, मैं 2 तारीख को लखनऊ से मुंबई आया था अपने एक बहुत क्लोज फ्रेंड को कैंसर इलाज के लिए। ये आपका डाकयार्ड रोड पे है, वहाँ इलाज के लिए। मैं 1 दिन एडमिट करा के उसकी जांच वाँच करके नेक्स्ट डे मुझको रिटर्न होना था। घर पे हमारी रिलेटिव में शादी थी। स्थिति यह है कि परसों मैं आया यहाँ चेक इन करने के लिए तो मुझसे बोला गया कि आपका जो है फ्लाइट लेट हो गया, 3 घंटे 4 घंटा लेट हो गया। ना कोई मैसेज है, ना कोई मेल है, ना कुछ है। उसके बाद में लोग कह रहे हैं कि 1 घंटे बाद आएगा, 2 घंटे बाद आएगा, 3 घंटे बाद आएगा, लेकिन ऐसा
That's the sad state of affairs. The airline doesn't think it's important or necessary even to tell the passengers what has happened. If they don't have pilots to fly the aircraft, what happened to the ground staff? What has happened to the support staff? Is this a deliberate measure? Are they trying to send out and try and blackmail and threaten the authorities, the regulators? These are some very pertinent questions that many experts are asking. Let's take this across to several of our guests joining us. With us is D.S. Raghavan, former president of the ATC Guild. He's also a former joint general manager of Air Traffic Management and Aviation Safety with the Airports Authority of India. We have Captain Meenu Wadia, founder, president of Federation of Indian Pilots. We have Abhijit Iyer Mitra, senior fellow of IPCS, joining us. Also with us is K. Varun Kumar, spokesperson of TDP Youth Wing. Swapnil Srivastav, advocate, is with us. Mr. Raghavan, what has gone wrong so horribly that not only do we not have pilots in one particular airline, it has completely, the monopoly has led to this spin-off where it's not just Delhi, it's not just Mumbai, it's not just Pune, but across the country you have this problem. And is it enough for the airline to come out and say, look here, we couldn't calculate how many pilots we needed? Now, this is an absolutely shocking explanation. What is the ministry and regulator doing as well? These are some very pertinent questions that arise at the moment. Mr. Raghavan.
Very good evening, Madhav. You are very correct. And this is a very pathetic situation. And duty timing limitations for pilots and air traffic controllers has been there for a very long time. It has not been given proper importance. After the Mangalore crash, we could, at that time I was in the guild, and we could somehow fight it out. There was a Kazakh committee formed, a Civil Aviation Advisory Committee. After fighting it out and saying the minimum rest period is required between the duty timings of controllers as well as the pilots. So after a long time that was got, and even till today I can tell you, even from controllers' point of view, air traffic controllers are not given the due rest which they are supposed to be given as per the norms that has been agreed upon. They have been asked to do extra duties, which is again defeats the very purpose of rest period. This is again, today DGCA says they have revoked the thing. Yes, I understand the passengers are suffering. What was the airline doing so long? They could have hired pilots. They could have called
Absolutely.
people with retired pilots who can operate with current licenses. They could have recalled them. They could have managed the exigencies. If that is the case, what is the DG?
Swapnil Srivastava, I want you to come in on this. Swapnil Srivastava, this is very, very poor management, and these are deliberate tactics is what many people feel, because if they wanted to, if they had every intention of following the rules, they had more than adequate time to do so, but they haven't done that at the cost of passengers. Low cost cannot mean passenger pain like we are seeing behind us happen at airport after airport. Swapnil Srivastava.
Madhav, I agree with you that this is really poorly managed. It is very clear, regardless of what Indigo may or may not say in their various statements, that this is stemming out of a bottleneck in their operations. This is coming because of poor foresight on their part. As Sir rightly pointed out, these regulations have been in place for the longest time, and they were aware, because they were also heavily litigating this issue before the Delhi High Court, that on 1st of November, these guidelines are going to get implemented. So now at this stage, when everything is haywire, for them to come and say that we calculated...
Swapnil Srivastava, very humbly, I would like to completely disagree. It's not a bottleneck in their operations. They've throttled the neck of whatever bottle of their operations were in. Whatever was left of it, they've throttled by deliberately not hiring pilots.
Whatever words we may choose to use, I think we are both in agreement, Madhav, that whatever Indigo has done in the given scenario is very, very questionable, because everybody on the panel would agree that the first and foremost responsibility of anybody in the aviation industry is to ensure that the safety of the passengers, the comfort and convenience of the passengers is maintained. And Indigo has very clearly failed to do that. And I think it stems from their exploitative practices, where they wish to squeeze every last
All right,
bit
just a
of...
moment. In fact, this is the person who should be speaking, who should have spoken perhaps 72 hours ago. Peter Elbers is the CEO of Indigo. He has just spoken. Let's play out that reaction, then we continue this debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Peter Elbers, the CEO of Indigo. I want to share with you that we have experienced severe operational disruptions for the past few days. Since then, the crisis continued to aggravate, with today, December 5th, being the most severely impacted day, with the number of cancellations well over 1,000, or more than half of our number of daily flights. I, on behalf of all of us at Indigo, would like to extend our sincerest apologies for the major inconvenience this has caused to many of our customers.
Abhijit Iyer Mitra, that's it. That is the apology of Peter Elbers, a person who has caused, huge amount of disruption to tens of thousands of Indians' lives. Now comes out with this apology.
This isn't an apology,
is this what's going to happen? People haven't been informed. There is no compensation being given. There are people here without even hotel rooms, without food. Complete violation and mockery of DGCA's own CAR.
This isn't an apology, Madhav. This is an insult to everybody around. Anybody who buys this apology has to be a fool of the highest order. What we have seen is extortion, essentially blackmailing the entire system. See, let us accept they didn't have pilots. What about, first of all, if you were not able to schedule pilots, you already know winter schedules get disrupted in Delhi and most of North India because of smog. You didn't plan for it. If you can't plan for it, you can't be running an airline. Airlines are based, especially low-cost airlines, are based on minute-by-minute accounting of air miles. You shouldn't be running an airline, period. Number one. Number two, if there is a pilot shortage, why are people's bags not being given back to them? They're essentially being held hostage within airport terminals. What is stopping you from giving people their bags? Why is that not happening? Where is your ground staff to take these people? We've seen all these. We saw this statement come out 5-6 hours back saying we're organizing hotels, we're organizing food.
I think we should get a response on that.
None of that has happened. Nobody that I know of.
K. Varun Kumar. I think K. Varun Kumar, you must come in on this because it's your party's minister who's currently heading the Civil Aviation Ministry. What is going on? What is going on so horribly wrong in the Civil Aviation Ministry and the DGCA that you have no clue about what airlines are doing? You have no clue or control over passenger suffering and pain, where no norms are being followed, compensation not being given, hot meals, hotel rooms is a far cry. They're not even being given their baggage with which they can book another flight or take another mode of transport. This is a complete outrageous situation, Mr. Varun Kumar.
Well, Madhavji, hi. Let me first start by opening that we're extremely sympathetic towards whatever happened. I myself was a victim of this whole episode today from Delhi to Chennai. I had to fly back, wait for a lot many hours. So, but having said that, let me also tell you that regulatory authority lies in anticipation, not in appearance, is what we believe in. And that's the reason we have a 24/7 war room that was established. And first of all, the FTTL rules that came in was basis on this. So we believe that today, what showed to us is regulatory violation. The information integrity of IndiGo was compromised because the major hiccup that I would say today happened is actually there is an information integrity that caused IndiGo to lie about their operational details because flights were not running on time. There were no pilots like the panelists. There were no pilots available, but the records, the
So why does DGCA have surveillance teams? Civil Aviation Ministry cannot do spot inspections. What is our aviation ministry reduced to, sir? Why do we have governments if they can't protect the citizens' rights?
Yes, see that's the reason we have had a control room, that we've been monitoring this situation right from the information broken. The ministry himself and the senior staff are situated at the local war room in the ministry, in the airports, and they
prevent such crises from happening, not react when there are big crises and people start suffering. Just look at the state of affairs. This is the state of affairs at the National Capital's airport. This is the state of affairs where one will think this is actually a railway station. And let me show you, and let me bring in fact, Captain Meenu Wadia on this. Captain Meenu Wadia, any of these explanations acceptable? I want you to respond to that, and we'll just show you what's the status inside this room, where there are hundreds of people, hundreds of passengers waiting for answers. Captain Wadia, over to you.
None of these explanations are accepted at all. Let me answer in two separate parts. One is focused on the DGCA and the government, and the next is on the IndiGo airline. First of all, the DGCA does not mandate the flight and duty time limitations. These are calculated on scientific basis for the safety of the crew and safety of the passengers. These FTTLs cannot be given, the DGCA cannot give them moratorium or give them permission to flout the DGCA. That at 3 o'clock this afternoon, they had a meeting with the pilots, the minister had a meeting, and they said, we have already given the dispense with the FTTL. How on earth do they have the authority to give dispensation for the FTTL? You are compromising on safety of the airline, the aircraft, and its passengers to start with. So DGCA and the government, they do not know what they're doing. They're in total confusion to start with. Secondly, as far as the airline and IndiGo is concerned, they knew 2 years in advance that these FTTLs were mandated by the DGCA. If they knew 2 years in advance, why did they not cater for it? Why did they not plan for it?
Absolutely. And these are international norms which DGCA has given dispensation to. We're not following international norms. When you start implementing them, airlines start blackmailing the regulators, and this is the result. You see hundreds of passengers who are suffering because of the greed of certain corporates who want to cut corners, who don't want to spend money, and this is the suffering that citizens of this country are reduced to. An international embarrassment. There are in fact tourists who are here as well. Let's get a sense from them what they're going through. What exactly how long have you been waiting here for?
For 6 hours we've been waiting.
And have you been told anything about where your aircraft is scheduled to take off? Have you been given accommodation, food, anything of that sort?
Nothing has been done.
Nothing has been done. So that is of course one passenger for you. Let's speak to some others. How long are you waiting here for? कितनी देर से wait कर रहे हैं?
दिन हो गए मेरे को 15 दिन
कितने दिन?
15 दिन
15 दिन
बैग नहीं दे रहा मेरा इंडिगो वाले यार, क्या बताऊं मैं आपको।
क्या बोला उन्होंने आपको?
अभी बोला रुको 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 रुको, अभी 15 दिन से घुमा रहे, जयपुर दिल्ली घुमा रहे मेरे को कब के।
जयपुर दिल्ली?
हाँ।
और आपको कुछ अकोमोडेशन दिया फ्लाइट?
कुछ नहीं दिया मेरे को, मैं यहाँ से आया था सर।
प्लीज टेल अस वेयर यू आर गोइंग टू?
मैं मराठी बात करता हूँ। मैं
बोलिए, हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं?
हाँ, मैं नासिक जाना चाहता था। मेरे को इमरजेंसी काम था, तो टिकट कैंसिल हो गया। अभी मुझे 54,000 का टिकट दिखा रहा है ये दिल्ली से बॉम्बे।
तो आप क्या करने वाले हैं?
अभी मैंने इमरजेंसी दूसरा टिकट निकाला। अभी वो
कितना पैसा खर्चा किया आपने?
अभी मैंने 14,000 रुपए खर्चा किया।
14,000 रुपए खर्चा
किया।
और एयरलाइन से कुछ आपको बताया गया, कुछ आपको अकोमोडेशन के लिए, खाने के लिए कुछ भी दिया गया?
कुछ भी दिया नहीं, सब ऐसे कैसे खड़े अभी।
These are the answers. These are the kind of situation that, common citizens are facing. And there are those with small children here. There are those with senior citizens. Let's speak to the people over here in the lines. Let's come and let's get a sense from those who are standing here. How long have you been waiting here in line? Have you
just came, but we got to. Yes.
How much delayed is your flight?
It's cancelled.
It's cancelled.
Yes.
And when were you informed about this?
There is no information from the Indigo. There is no information. We are just going to talk to them.
And have they offered you any food, any accommodation, anything? Clear violation of all the civil aviation requirements, where people are supposed to be given food, they are supposed to be given shelter in case there's any kind of long cancellation, but that's clearly not happened. This is the situation on on ground over here. Sir, can you tell us how long you've been waiting over here?
No, my flight is at 8 o'clock. I just came maybe half an hour back.
Half an hour back, but you have no information whether it's cancelled or taking off?
They informed that it's cancelled.
They've informed you?
But they told me to stay in the line for the rescheduling after 2 days.
And what about any information of accommodation, food, anything you've been informed about?
He said he will try to, maybe they may give 5,000 rupees.
5,000 rupees?
Yeah, for 24 hours.
But they're not arranging accommodation?
No.
Okay. And have you been informed?
24 hours, but they said कि ticket का या ticket ले लो या आप वो ले लो accommodation. So what is the logic behind it?
Ticket ले लो या accommodation? It's a multiple choice answer.
Yeah.
They're supposed to provide both. They're supposed to provide you food also.
Only one thing. Either ticket refund or one day hotel.
And if you told them what the rules of this country are, that passengers are supposed to be provided in terms of long cancellations, a hotel room, and of course alternative accommodation in terms of flights and food.
It happened to us so many times.
Yeah.
We went to Singapore. It happened. They gave us 5-star hotel and plus food, everything. But they said there's no information from Indigo what to do.
Yeah. What about you, ma'am? Can you tell us about how long you have been waiting for?
5 hours.
5 hours you're waiting here. And where were you going?
Bangalore.
And what are they telling you now in terms of your accommodation, in terms of what you're going to get to eat? Nothing.
No communication at all. I'm standing in the queue. I don't know from how long.
You're standing in the queue. What about you, ma'am? How long are you standing here for?
I'm also maybe around 1 hour I am coming. My flight is 9:45, but they are already cancelled. And I give the refund and I again start to try reschedule any flight.
Any message you've received, any email?
Mail also they are sending, but further communication is not available.
And where are you going to spend? Are you going to spend the night now at the airport? What are you planning?
Yeah.
Have they told you about any accommodation you're going to get?
No, nothing. They are not available. Small babies and pregnant ladies, aged people are suffering a lot of. And Air India also doing more advantages and they are increase their fare also.
So this is the sad part. Even the airlines that have followed the rules, who have pilots, are now doing predatory pricing, which means that the customer is getting, from every aspect of this, is the one who is left suffering, because there are some airlines that have jacked up their prices so much that those tickets are in fact very difficult for ordinary people to buy. They are, when those who have emergencies are actually buying them. But this is what Indian aviation has been reduced to, ladies and gentlemen. This is the year 2025, and this is supposed to be an era where we've come past the eras of red tape, of babudam, that our government systems are not supposed to be in, that corporates are supposed to have a sense of corporate governance and consider the people. Unfortunately, it's only profitability that is the criteria as far as civil aviation in India is concerned and as far as airlines in India are concerned. And this is the reality that you see in front of you. I'd like to thank all our guests and reporters for joining us. And with this, we are signing off, slipping into a very quick break.